All right, everyone. Welcome to our first daily charting session for 2022. Kung hindi nyo pa napanood yung mga quote-unquote bonus videos natin for New Year, then hindi ko pa kayo nababate, no? So, let me take this chance to greet each and every single one of you a Happy New Year. And I hope that 2022 will be a very good and prosperous year for all of us. Alright? Now, sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically take a look at yung mga trending na mga names, meaning yung mga medyo quote-unquote hot or mas minamata ng mga tao. But we also take chart requests. So kung meron po kayong mga chart na gustong patignan, meron kayong mga tanong, meron kayong mga gustong pa-analyze, or maybe just parang kumuha lang na second opinion to see kung tumutugma sa pananaw nyo, then please feel free to post your requests in the comment section below. I promise I do get to all of them, no? Minsan lang, I'm not as fast as some people like, but I do get to all of them. Alright? So, isa pang mapapansin nyo na baka medyo bago for our daily charting sessions is I'm now using TradingView as my charting provider, no? And the reason for that is nothing against Investa. Napansin ko lang kasi na mas maganda yung overall look kapag kumbaga maximum or zoomed in mode itong TradingView. So, mas maganda para sa mga videos. So, I'm trying this out moving forward to see kung talaga nga bang mas maganda yung maging epekto para sa ating lahat, no? Para mas madali nating matignan or mas madali nating maintindihan yung pinag-uusapan natin at any given time. Okay? So, let's start. And our first chart for 2022 will be MM. Okay, so MM was a requested chart from last year. I apologize, ngayon ko lang siya naabutan, no? But better late than never, di ba? So ano nga ba ang papansin natin sa MM? So yung MM, we came up, okay? We tagged this high here. Okay, from there, etong high na to, kung mapapansin nyo, siya yung mga lows from this area here. Alright? Tapos from there, nag-act siya as resistance, then we're starting to roll over. So, ang tanong, mababasag ba tong nag-form na support around 2.28? Or mag-hold yan and maybe we start possibly printing higher lows. So, hindi pa natin alam, no? As of right now, incomplete pa yung structure para ma-determine natin yon. We need to watch moving forward to see kung ano nga ba talaga yung mabubuo. Okay? But for now, let's do our usual bullish and bearish scenarios. So, bearish scenario is mabasag natin tong 2.28 and we start digging deeper. Perhaps going back to target yung support dito around 1.97. Okay? Tapos kung mabasag pa yan, then our next support is at 1.28. And then finally, yung IPO price ng piso. Assuming mabasag. What we want to see from here is yun nga. Possibly mag-print tayo ng higher low dito. Mabasag natin yung 2.74. Then subsequently yung 3 pesos or 3.02, and that opens up this area here for price to possibly trade in and for us to possibly form trade ideas around. Kasi right now, wala ka namang masabi. Kahit na quote-unquote minor reversal, wala pa naman tayo nakikita structurally speaking. So we need to exercise a little bit of patience. Tapos tingnan lang natin moving forward what this does. Tingnan natin kung mabibigyan ba tayo ng opportunity to trade MM moving forward. Alright? Next ay tignan po natin yung ALLHC. Now, itong ALLHC, nung last day of the year, so in this candle there, no? Nag-mock up tayo. Kung hindi nyo po alam ano yung mock up or mock down, I have a video for that and I've included a link to that video in the description box below for all of you, no? So, nag-mock up tayo. Tapos today, nag-open tayo gap down, which is, as I mentioned before, medyo typical, no, when it comes to mock-ups or mock-downs na price tends to revert to the mean bago tayo nakakakita ng kasunod na action, so to speak. So, ano nga ba ang nangyari sa candle today? Okay? Number one, yung important is nag-close tayo above tong previous resistance sa 6.55, which is what we broke out from to quote-unquote break out and reach new highs, no? Now, ngayon na nabasag natin yan, we want to see price start holding above it. Para pag nag-hold siya above it, nandun yung opportunity for it to keep pushing higher. Diba? Kasi kung titignan natin to sa mga weekly chart, okay? Sa weekly chart, nasa all-time high na tayo eh. Diba? So dahil nasa all-time high na tayo, mas mahirap na nating masabi, o saan pa ba pwede natin i-target? Ano pa ba pwede nating gawin? Instead, we want to see it keep pushing. Diba? We want to see the momentum sustain. At para makita natin yon, for me, one of the easiest signals is for price to stay above tong 6.5 na area. If we can stay above tong 6.5 and eventually break above tong na-form na high around 6.8, then likely we push much higher, maybe targeting 7 pesos next. Then kung mabasag yon 7.4, 7.3, then we'll see from there, no? Okay? But for now, yun yung tinitingnan natin. We want price to hold above tong 6.50 na area as much as possible. Now, I've discussed yung bullish scenario, which is yun nga, we break to the upside. Yung bearish scenario is for us to break down and break beneath tong area na nag-form dito. Okay? Bakit? Kasi kung na-break natin yan, then lalabas na baka parang overshoot lang yung nangyari sa area na to. 'Di ba? Maaari na price will come back down here. Okay? Tapos parang magpo-form tayo ng head and shoulders pattern, something like this, prior to it breaking down. So, syempre, ayaw nating makita yon. Diba? I am not saying na hindi siya magpo-pullback. Ideally, syempre, sabi ko nga, gusto ko mag-hold above 6.5. Pero price doesn't have to do that. Pwede siyang mag-pullback slightly deeper. Diba? Let me remove some of the yung mga drawing natin, no? Mga chicken scratches ko. Okay? So, price could push a little deeper, somewhere possibly around here. Okay, form a higher low, tapos push from there. Hindi natin alam. Ideal situation ko lang naman yung sinasabi ko na above 6.5 kasi nga na-break na natin eh. But yun nga, it wouldn't surprise me if it do that. Pero ang ayaw kong makita is mabasag nga niya tong area na to kasi baka mangyari, mag-form na tayo ng head and shoulders pattern and from there, kung mabasag tayo dito sa 5.38 na area, baka tuluyan na tayong bumaba, bumalik tayo sa range dito. That's from 4.8 to 5.38. Okay? So, yun po yung ALLHC. Next, let's take a look at SPNEC, no? Oops, sorry. SPNEC. MEC tuloy na pindot ko. Alright. So, itong SPNEC, so, tingnan natin sa 30-minute time frame. Okay? So, ano nga ba ang nangyari? So, di ba, ito yung first day natin na candle. Nagkaroon tayo ng wide-ranging candle, nag-conso, then nag-breakout tayo. We broke above that high. Price came back, retested tong high na to, then push higher. After we broke higher, ano nangyari? Price came back, consolidated here, came back here. So, nag-consolidate tayo above the previous area of consolidation prior to pushing up once again. And now, price pushed down, tapos ngayon, parang nagko-consolidate na naman siya sa area na to. Now, there are numerous ways to look at this. First and foremost, we do need to be aware na it is possible na at least in this particular time frame na nagpo-form na tayo ng lower high. Paano natin mako-confirm yon? So let's say from here, we roll over, we break beneath tong 1.23 na area, then parang essentially nag-form na tayo ng lower high at least for the interim. I am not saying na for the long term, yun na yun, but structurally speaking, at least dito sa time frame na to, it's not gonna look as good. Diba? Syempre, ang gusto natin makita is nag-form na tayo ng higher low and we're ready to run, break this, form a higher high. Diba? Ayaw natin mangyari yung kabaliktaran, which is yun yung bearish scenario. Kung mabasag tong 1.23, ang next level of support natin is around 1.17, which is where we consolidated prior to price pushing higher here. Hindi rin ako magugulat kung temporary lang na mag-dip tayo, balikan natin to, yun pala yung higher low natin in the bigger picture, tas mag-form tayo something like this, and then we start pushing higher from there. Okay? But yun yung mga early warning signs na kailangan nating bantayan. Kaya hindi ibig sabihin na kapag pumunta yung price sa isang area, kailangan trade agad. Syempre, depende pa rin yun ang itsura, kailangan pa rin natin bantayan kung ano yung mga pwede natin gawin. If sabihin natin mabasag pa tong 1.17, the next level of support is 1.11, and if we break from there, then the likelihood that we come back and tag tong previous area of consolidation na to increases. Alright? But for now, let's see from here kung ano yung balak niyang gawin. Kasi right now, we're stuck in this range right here. Alright? Now, balik tayo sa daily chart and let's go to AGI, no? So, AGI was another requested chart. Again, I got to it a bit late. So, ano nga ba nangyari? So, last year nung nag-close tayo, nagkabentahan talaga, no? It sold down. Tapos today, nag-gap down. It filled the gap more or less here. Tapos, push lower again. And now we're trading beneath tong area na to. Itong area na yan, no? Slightly beneath it, kung di ako nagkakamali. So, ang low nito is 11.64. Price is currently at 11.62. So, borderline. Ang ayaw nating makita dito is for price to push down and break below tong 10.8. As is, hindi na nga siya ganun aganda eh. Kasi technically consolidate. Pero dahil ang haba ng candle na to, pampagulo, pwedeng i-argue na, o sige, pwede tayong mag-consolidate sa wider range na to. Diba? So, because of that, ang ayaw kong makita or ang bearish scenario ko is if mabasag natin yung 10.8 altogether. If mabasag yung 10.8 altogether, then we might come back and trade within this range here. And if we break beneath 10.3, trade below this range right there. Okay? Ang isa pang tinitingnan ko na scenario is one of my favorites, which is yung triple tap. So, triple tap occurs kapag meron tayong 3 drives papunta sa taas pero nagfe-fail na nagfe-fail. So, kapag ganito, tuluyan tayo nag-push down, nabuo yung pattern, then baka nga na nagkaroon tayo ng bearish sign, then we might push lower from there. Okay? If you want me to talk more about 3 drives, mahabang usapan kasi yun, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll be sure to make a video on that as well. Okay? But for now, ang bullish scenario is for price to actually trade above tong 12.5 and start holding above it. If we can start holding above that, that opens up this range here, papunta sa 13.12. But until then, we are stuck within this larger range. Parang price keeps trying to push, tapos we keep getting rejected. So, kumbaga, it's not the most bullish of signs. Okay? So, something to watch out for lang moving forward. Okay? And then finally, let's take a look at dito, no? So, yung dito, nagkaroon tayo ng SRO and na-mention nga natin na hindi ko gano'ng gusto yung ginawa nila for the SRO na late nag-announce nung final price, no? I really felt like that was unnecessary. Okay, but regardless, where we are now is we are ranging dito in a very tight range around 5 peso area. 5 pesos hanggang mga, sabihin natin mga 4.9 hanggang 5.2, more or less. Doon tayo sumasayaw, no? And honestly, if dito is still on your watch list kasi you feel like bigla tong lilipad, you might want to, at the very least, put it, kumbaga, doon muna sa banda likod or sa banda baba ng watch list kasi it's really not looking very good right now, no? While I said na we are trading here, tight range, we're also stuck within this wider range here. So marami pa siyang kailangan gawin para magpakita ng kahit at least some semblance na structural reversal. Okay? So rather than ipilit natin maghanap ng trade dito na for me, okay, this is just for me, for all I know, lahat kayo na mga mas magagaling sa akin, I'm sure, may nakikita kayo dito and good for you, no? Pero ako personally, wala pa ako nakikita dito sa dito. Kailangan pa mag-exercise ng more patience. Kung talagang may magde-develop dito, I feel like may oras naman tayo para makita yon. Okay? And since linggo-linggo, araw-araw, magkakasama naman po tayo, I'm sure na makikita po natin yon together. Mapag-aaralan natin together. Alright? But for now, okay, ang bullish scenario for me is ma-break at least tong 6.3 na area. Then, eto, pwede mag-trade within this range hanggang 7.5. And if mabasag yung 7.5, yung next resistance level will be at 8.76. Ang bearish scenario naman is if this support finally breaks yung 4.6. Bakit 4.6? Kasi siya yung extreme low. Siya yung nandito. So we have a cluster of lows here, 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 here. Diba? There. Pero siya yung extreme low. So for me, siya yung parang, kumbaga, line in sand. Mabasag siya, then that opens up the possibility for price to trade within this range beneath. That's from 3.76 to 4.6. And if mabasag tong 3.76, then this wider range underneath, that's 2.4 papuntang 3.76. Okay? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin. I hope kahit papano nakatulong po to sa inyo at may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel, no? And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!